This was a school bus driver, and that school bus had cameras on it. And this happened repetitively on the school bus. There was supposed to be a monitor on that bus at all times. This is not the first time this happened with a school bus driver. 2 years prior to that, there was another case where a school bus driver had sexually assaulted a young girl, 6 years old, on the bus. And there are many other cases that we found out recently through our investigation into very young girls being sexually assaulted at the Austin Independent School District. Despite all this warning, despite them having cameras on the school bus, having monitors, the AISD, the Austin Independent School District, did not do what's right. They did not look at these cameras. They had film, but they didn't look at them to observe what was happening in these school buses. And as a result, it happened over and over to Crystal and Joaquin's 5-year-old daughter. Also, there's supposed to be a monitor in the bus at all times. But again, the Austin Independent School District apparently doesn't have the monitor in the school bus when it is just the school bus driver and the children at some times. When I just told you that 2 years prior, there was multiple sexual assaults by a school bus driver on a school bus, so the same circumstance happened. There's been sexual assault by teachers. And if that isn't bad enough, the Austin Independent School District has their own police force to investigate these things. They don't call up the Austin Police Department. They don't call up the Travis County Sheriff's Department. They don't call up the FBI or the Texas Rangers. They do it themselves. They investigate themselves on these child sexual assaults. They have spent $56 million on a brand new building. Why can't you hire 1 or 2 more people to view some videos to see what's going on with these bus drivers and these students, when just 2 years before you had this huge problem? You're still not doing anything. So what we're here today is these brave parents, Joaquin and Crystal, have decided to step forward. Very few parents will step forward. They will remain silent. They will be quiet because it's embarrassing. It's not good to be in the public light for this kind of situation to a lot of people. But they had the guts, and they said, how can we protect other individuals, other kids, in the 85,000 students that attend school in the Austin Independent School District? So I and James Amaro of the Amaro Law Firm are very proud to represent these parents, because together we are going to make sure that the Austin Independent School District finally makes some changes to protect the children from these horrendous sexual assaults. Next, we'll hear from James Amaro.
Enough is enough with the sexual assaults at AISD, and we hope that with the parents coming forward, that we learn more about past instances of this and are able to prevent it from happening in the future and protect other families from suffering the way our clients have suffered over the years. Thank you.
Okay, now I am sure that a lot of you will have some questions for the parents now that once that the boring lawyers are done with what they're saying. So Crystal would be glad to, and Crystal and Joaquin would be glad to address you. Generally, since there's an ongoing lawsuit, we'd like to restrict your questions to, like, how do you feel about this and what you want done, rather than the facts of the case. So, and we've given you all the lawsuit, 40 pages, which has most of the facts of the case. So I'm going to bring Crystal up here, and I'm sure you have some questions for her, and I'll just let you all ask the questions.
Ma'am, this is the first time you've spoken out, chosen to spoken out about this. Why do you feel
I just feel sad, angry, because this happened with my daughter. She have a special needs, so they not responsibility. They have to be responsibility.
¿Podría decirnos cómo se siente en español?
Bueno, me siento triste, enojada, y pues pienso que en un futuro tienen que tener gente más responsable trabajando para los niños que son especiales necesidades, porque mi niña es especiales necesidades.
Yeah, walk us through a little bit about how you found out about this and what went through your head and your heart when you found out about this.
So it's when my daughter talked to me about bus drivers touching her private parts.
Tell them how you feel.
Oh, how I feel? Sad. Really sad. Is what she said. Really sad.
What's one of the biggest things you want to get out of this litigation?
They had to have more responsibility people, change that. Que tengan más personas responsables trabajando para el distrito.
¿Cómo descubrió usted lo que estaba pasando con la niña? ¿Cómo está ella actualmente?
Bueno, ella está mal todavía, está tomando terapias para que se sienta mejor. Y cómo descubrí esto fue cuando la miré, que la notaba que estaba triste, no me dejaba ya que la tocara. Ya se hacía pipí en la sala. Estaba asustada por todo. No quería ir al baño sola. Todavía no quiere ir al baño sola.
¿Qué tipo de necesidades tiene la niña que no le permitía?
Ella no habla. No hablaba ninguna palabra en ese tiempo. Cuando pasó esto, ella no hablaba nada. Sí, es speech therapy que ella necesita.
How is your daughter doing now, ma'am, in English, por favor?
Yeah, she's doing a little better, but she don't do good.
And I think you were talking earlier about exactly, did you say your daughter was a special needs?
Yes.
Can you talk to us a little bit about, the therapy that she's receiving?
Well, she have a speech therapy because she don't talk, but she's doing good.
And so she doesn't speak?
Yeah, she doesn't speak.
Have you lost any trust in the Austin Independent School District and the employees?
Sorry, I didn't
Have you
understand.
lost any trust in the school district?
No,
No?
I don't trust nobody.
Why is that?
Why?
Yeah. Why have you lost trust?
She asked, have you lost trust in the school district?
Yeah, I don't trust them no more. Because of what happened with my daughter. You never know what happened with other babies. You never know what happened,
If you could speak to that bus driver, what would you say? What would you say to him?
Well, I don't say nothing to him. I feel really angry with him, and sad. So I just thinking I don't say nothing to him. Yeah.
Oops, sorry. All right, did you have any further questions? As you see, like, these are, my clients they're not used to being in front of cameras very much. So, but what we're attempting to do, of course, is to change the policies. They got the cameras in the buses, but they don't view them. And what good are they going to do if they're not going to view the videos? And another thing is they never told the parents and the public that they weren't viewing the videos. If they would have told them ahead of time, hey, you know what? We're going to put up these cameras, but they're only in event something happens, then we can look at them. They should have told someone, they should have told the public that, hey, we're not looking at these cameras. And that way the public could have reacted with, well, no, we want you to look at the cameras, or, yeah, allocate some money for a few people to look at the cameras and so forth. So that's one of the things we want to change. Also, we want stronger background checks for the bus drivers and the monitors. Look into their background, see if there isn't something there. And regarding the monitors, they don't have the adequate policies in place for the monitors. The monitor is there to monitor the students, and therefore the monitor should be about the first person on that bus and the last person to leave. There shouldn't be one single student on an Austin Independent School District bus without the monitor present. But presently, the Austin Independent School District allows the monitor to leave the bus, which is, as we can see by all the examples, very, very unsafe. So we hope that through this lawsuit, we will effect some changes with the Austin Independent School District.
And did you say there were other victims from this one man?
Oh, from the what?
The one male bus driver had
No, this was another bus driver. There was another incident with another bus driver about 2 years earlier. It's in the lawsuit that I emailed to all the reporters and to the news stations as an attachment. We were going to bring some here today, but there was a mix-up and we didn't be able to hand them out. And then there's other examples with a teacher, for example, and so forth. Oh, and one of the things that I wanted to mention that I've left out is regarding the Austin Independent School District Police. We have researched and found that in some instances, they don't even do the rape kit, which is standard in all sexual assault cases. You go to the hospital and you do the sexual assault kit. And they didn't even ask for that.
Did they not do the rape kit in this situation?
Yeah, they got a rape kit in this case. Right. And also, I'd like to let you know that probably one of the reasons in my mind why they investigated their case better than the other cases is they had just received a federal lawsuit from another victim claiming that the Austin Independent School District did not investigate cases properly. So in my mind, although they convicted, they got the conviction here, I don't know what would have happened if that previous lawyer and those victims had not filed a lawsuit against against the Austin Independent School District in order of telling them, hey, look, you're not doing these investigations proper. So we're also very grateful for that previous parent for stepping forward in that lawsuit. At least we got a criminal investigation that resulted in a conviction, unlike the other victims.
How many lawsuits have been filed regarding this case, and how many lawsuits are you personally involved in?
Well, when you file a lawsuit, the courts like you to put everybody in there. They don't like a lot of little lawsuits. They want you to include everybody. So we've included all of the defendants, all the people we think are liable for something, as well as and there's only one plaintiff in our case. And what the other kids do and the other youngsters do and their parents, I don't know what they're going to do. They can file a lawsuit too if they wished.
How many lawsuits is this case?
One.
Is it a class
Is that in
action?
federal court?
No, it's in federal court in downtown Austin. There's a federal courthouse there. And we're in front of the Honorable Judge Pittman.
Is it class action?
Oh, no, it's not a class action. Yeah.
Are you seeking money out of it?
Yes, we're seeking money damages, but the most important thing is change. And one of the reasons, of course, you want to seek money damages is because a lot of times school districts and other entities, they don't react if well, there's no money involved, why do we have to do anything? Once money becomes involved, sometimes that sets them into action.
Do you have specific requests about changes that they make?
What's that?
Do you have specific requests about what changes they make in the lawsuit?
Oh yeah, well, I think it's, yes, I think if you read the lawsuit, you can see the things, yeah, we mentioned what they are, like the monitoring, the bus footage, and that monitors should be on the bus at all times. There's students on the bus.
Parents with AISD watching this evening, what's the takeaway from this press conference? What do you want them to know?
The parents of Austin Independent School children should know that right now it does not appear their children are very safe from these type of sexual predators. They need to go to their school district and talk to their superintendent, and more importantly, talk to the Austin Independent School District School Board and saying, we want changes. We want changes. Because there's every election year, there's ISD people up for election. And if they won't do something for the children, they can vote them out. So they can use the power of speech, they can use the power of the vote to get some changes. Anything else? All right, well, it's a pleasure. Thank you very much. Well, thank you for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
I'm having a little trouble hearing you guys.
Oh, sure.